make money out of garbage. It's huge.
It's a huge industry now.
Yes, a big possibility. So, but I think we just shot a video of the 4 things which can change Pakistan, what you can do by yourself without changing the government. And that was treat your kids in a way that they can choose themselves the things what they want to study. Number 2 was dispose your garbage properly. Number 3, stop at the red light.
Oh yes.
At the traffic light.
I think that is the basic
and
thing.
And wear seatbelt. And then the number 4 was start being responsible and own your own country. Once you actually owning your own country, a lot of things will change because you won't be throwing garbage because that's your own country.
Right.
So you will actually make up your rules because that is your country, just like it is your own house.
The country is a bigger house, actually.
Bigger house, exactly.
So they have to own it.
Yeah. So
okay.
this was.
So what has been your response? I mean, have you come up against people? Because right now there's a lot of cynicism in the air, and people say, "Oh, okay, this is just a talk." I mean.
Well, anybody who is cynic like that, we invite them to come.
Okay.
So if they show up Sunday 8 o'clock, we know they walk their talk.
Absolutely.
If they only talk, we just know. So we don't have to mention that because all those who show up, they enjoy being there. We know that one of our key mission is that we get used to other people watching others exercising on the beach. So this is our core commitment. So if we exercise every Sunday, other people watch us and they will join us, and they do actually.
What is the age profile of the people who join you?
It's from university to 60s and who knows.
Okay.
We got people who are come and go, and we have a core group who stays. And basically we have people who come with their kids. They do partially the distance what we do. Some people only walk. So we have group who is only walking group. There's a group who is walking and running.
Talking. Okay.
Yes. And we all meet up together to do our little bit of yoga exercising and some meditation to refresh the mind. So you leave the place that you are completely refreshed and you completely calm. So these are tools that you can use basically for yourself during the week. When you are stressed, you need a little recovery. You're learning these techniques and these tools there.
Okay, you've mentioned a lot of organizations or other institutions where you are working, and many of them are the government institutions.
Yes.
How receptive have they been? Because somehow there is this kind of an impression that you will come up against some stumbling blocks if you go into these kind of an institution to, you know, give something new to them.
Yes. Well, it's Rehan has been, I'm here for a year now, been coming and going, and Rehan has been so-called battling with them for a long time, but especially the past year. So I think all that work of battling and constant discussion and just constantly giving them a little thinking space, being there, thinking space, being there, it's actually working now. Okay. And actually we are coming to a working action plan now, which is going to bring physical education training to teachers, and teachers will be actually teaching in classroom physical education. So this training, and another part of it is social media. We're bringing in finally, now we are at the time of setting a date for social media training for teachers, and a core group right now who will be master trainers teaching for others. And that is important because we are promoting video education. So that means that we are going to help these teachers to put their curriculum onto short video forms.
All right.
And those can go online. Those can go on mobile surface education. And one of the pilot study, which is agreed by FPCCI for their schools, which will be affecting 600,000 students, is to have a large screen in one room, and they are going to start employing those videos to showing to the kids.
Okay, FPCCI is Federation of Pakistan Chambers of Commerce and Industries.
And one of the pilot studies to go for mobile education is that we are going to have kids learn from phones.
Okay.
Because if you have 30 kids watching from a television screen, it's great because the visual effects and all there. However, they cannot progress the study on their own pace. If there is one video, one telephone per kid, they can progress at their own pace. Right. So the teacher can very quickly find out who is the kid who is lagging a little bit behind and who progressing faster.
Right.
And they can pick out the kids who are actually progressing faster and tutor the kids who are going slower. And this is very important in terms of building a human person for giving back to society. Because once the kids learn it in very early age on, that if I know something a little bit more and there is someone knows less, I can go and help, and I should, because the country is just as strong as the weakest links. So they start learning giving back very early age on, and that's basically once they learn from the phones, that creates self-responsibility and self-management for their entire life. Because right now, at that moment, they are owner of their own studies. I study this as long as I want. I spend time on this as long as I want. So the moment a child has this freedom of choice, and amazing things will start to happen. Kids want to do more all of a sudden.
Do you have such success story examples that you can quote over here where this has been done?
Khan Academy.
Right.
Khan Academy in America, and then the video education is been deployed in Tanzania.
Okay.
And it works in schools in remote areas.
Yeah, that's what I meant, actually, the examples in an area which are sort of similar to Pakistan.
Tanzania.
The poverty level, the literacy level.
And basically the reason why we are piloting it here to get numbers and data. So we know that for every institution they want data, so we are going to produce data for them, because we are going to have a pre and a post questionnaire evaluation on the children by the teachers. So once we have that data for speak for itself, because we know whoever is in academy, they want to know numbers and they need to see numbers in order to convince themselves. So we are going to provide this number for them, the numbers for them and the data, so they can convince themselves, and the faster they get in. And once this is done, we do hope that it goes viral. We do hope that this goes viral in Pakistan and helps to open the NGO's head, that with a little bit of investment, they can educate a lot more children.
I would
in
say
remote
use the word
areas.
Innovation rather than investment. A lot of NGOs do investment.
Right. So this means that imagine that you have one teacher can teach many kids with these tools, and it's 24/7. That means in remote areas, we heard the biggest problem, and one of the foundation is actually running into problems, is they have to convince the parents to allow the kids to come to school.
That's right.
So in this case, even if the parents allow the kids to come for 2 hours, that is 2 hour learning time. If it's 8 o'clock at night, it's 8 o'clock at night. They have 2 hours of learning time from a video, and they can actually enjoy that. And we know statistically that video learning allows 95% retention rate in terms of knowledge. If it's only audio, it's 30%. If it's only visual, it's 60%. Once you put together the two, it goes 95%.
Okay, that's optimal level.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So basically, this is what you can do. So you won't be needing so many teacher trainings, because one teacher or a teacher assistant even can have in one room and have these phones, and kids can actually learn. And not also scholar things for the kids to learn and learn to do businesses. So one of the things I'm here for is promoting a project which is actually consultant for the project, which is called 1 Million Businesses for Poverty Eradication. And that is also using mobile education learning to learn to do business.
Because I can see a lot of possibilities here for innovation as well as for poverty alleviation. And I can just say I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for coming and explaining this to us. And I hope that people are listening to what she's saying, but these are new things, but these are things that have been proven to work elsewhere in similar circumstances. So why not make them work for us? Thank you very much. See you next time.
Thank you.